We are talking about a truck, which had to travel 8,500 kilometers long. However, the problem is not only with such a long distance, but the real issue was that a large block of ice was kept in this truck, which had to pass safely through the scorching heat of Sahara Desert. In that Sahara, not only snow, but also iron becomes soft, and this truck had to spend 10 days in that Sahara. The challenge was that snow should not melt under any circumstances, even without a refrigerator. Welcome to another brand new video of Text TV. In 1959, a huge ice block had captured the attention of the whole world. The ice block was 3,050 kilograms heavy, and it had to be delivered from one corner of the world to another. Its starting point was Mo i Rana, city of Norway, and its destination was Central African city, Libreville. But why was this ice block being taken so far? Actually, this all started in 1958. Luxembourg, a country in Europe, from where a very popular radio station was run, and it was famous by Radio Luxembourg all over the world. And for all radio listeners, there was a unique radio challenge. The challenge was that if any person would transport a 3 tons heavy huge ice block from the Arctic region to Africa, then the person would be rewarded with a huge reward. Radio Luxembourg decided that 100,000 francs will be given for every kilogram of ice. The present value of 100,000 francs is equivalent to $16,000, which means 3 tons heavy ice block equal to $48 million. But there were also some rules of this challenge. The first rule was that ice cube must be in one piece. Secondly, it would be transported only by road. The third and most difficult rule was that no refrigerator would be used for this challenge. Radio Luxembourg held the huge prize for the reason because they knew very well it is absolutely impossible to transfer such a big block from Arctic region to Africa, because this journey is 8,500 kilometers long, in which 2,500 kilometers is the desert of Africa, where the temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, which means the ice will melt just in a few minutes without a refrigerator. How could they reach the destination safely in this long journey? Radio Luxembourg had given this challenge, but they had no idea how much trouble this challenge would get them into. For several months after the challenge being broadcast on radio, no one tried to move forward. But a person whose name was Birger Navik announced he was ready to accept the challenge. Birger Navik, directing manager of Glasvat, an insulation company in Norway. He believed that by using the insulation material, which was his company producing, can easily transport this ice block. And if the Birger Navik would succeed in completing the challenge, then he would be able to collect a lot of wealth for his company and employees. This news had spread all over the world that one person had accepted the challenge. Navik formed a team especially for this task, and also started working on the challenge, due to which many newspapers started talking about Navik. All the efforts have been made to meet this challenge so far. When Radio Luxembourg came to know this, they feared losing a large amount of money, and due to fear, they withdrew their favor. However, the Glasvat company and its director became very popular because of it. So that's why they decided to complete this challenge, even after the offer already got canceled. He believed that if they did not get any money, they would also complete this challenge, because as the result, their company publicity would increase. They decided that the ice block would pass through Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Spain, Morocco, and then through the Sahara of Algeria would be brought to Gabon. This team consisted of an engineer, one mechanic for drivers, and 2 cameramen. They decided to cut 3 tons heavy ice from the glacier. However, it was very difficult to lift such a heavy ice block at once. That's why the 100 kilograms blocks were cut and sent down by helicopter. Navik and his company gained a lot of media attention. Many companies started sponsoring the Navik challenge as well. Shell Company took up the responsibility of fuel, and Scania gave them the truck. The 100 kilograms blocks were brought down from the glacier and frozen again. Then this block was put in a special container and loaded in the truck, the sides of which were insulated with glass wool. After the completion of insulation, finally this unique journey was started. On the 27th of February 1959, the initial journey was much easier because the weather was pleasant in those areas, and the roads were also quite good. This news had spread throughout the world. That's why from where the truck and its crew passed, people welcomed them warmly, and their publicity also increased with their journey. When this truck and its crew was passing by Paris, a special protocol was given to them, so they could easily pass through crowded areas, and the Paris mayor also invited them. On reaching the sea, the truck was placed on a ship with the help of a crane, because they had to cross a huge part of the ocean. Now the truck had reached the Africa, where the temperature was extreme during the day. Now there was a fear that the health of the crew would deteriorate. The engine of the truck was also in danger. However, one of the biggest threats was security, because there was a war going on in the area they were passing through. The people of freedom fighters were hidden in the mountains. They could even make the truck and its crew hostage to get their points across. The French Foreign Legion provided them security, so that they could easily pass through these areas of the desert. And they were also specially instructed that they had to pass through the desert with minimum stops, because there was no proper routes in this Sahara. The truck used to get stuck in the sand again and again, and every time one truck got stuck in the sand, it took hours to get it out of sand. The mission of transporting the world's expensive ice block was upon them. On one hand, there was fear of freedom fighters. On the other hand, heat had spoiled the crew's condition, and the ice block had also started to melt. If the crew got stuck, their mission would not have been accomplished. They also feed the animals of the travelers passing through the Sahara with the water from the melted ice. They spent many nights lying sleeping bags on the sand, and slowly facing difficulties. They moved towards the destination. Finally, they passed through the desert. Now the destination was much closer. After the journey of 28 days, they reached Libreville. On reaching the Libreville, they were warmly welcomed. But now, everyone wanted to know that how much ice was left in the container. When the truck container was opened, everyone was shocked to see it, because the ice block was 3,050 kilograms when it left Norway. On reaching the destination, only 336 kilograms of ice was melted on the route, and the rest of the ice was present in one piece. Radio Luxembourg had withdrawn its offer. However, the challenge was successfully completed. The ice was broken and distributed among the people of Gabon, who had never seen ice before. Navik and his company didn't receive any reward for this. However, this publicity boosted the sales of their company. Glasvet still manufacturing insulating material under the name of Glava, and since 1959 their publicity has continued to grow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video.